All right, good evening. I have 6:30. I'll call to order this meeting of the Columbus Common Council, regular meeting for Monday, July 31st, 2017. And whenever you're ready, could you please take the roll?
She's not ready.
There you go. Does anybody remember how to use these things?
I didn't, that's why I asked. Traxler.
Here.
Hendrickson.
Here.
Kenny.
Here.
Malat.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
Rule.
Here.
Tome. All
Here.
present.
Thank you. If able, please stand for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting has been noticed in accordance with all state statutes and local ordinances. Next item is to approve the agenda. Unless there's any alterations or deletions, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
I would have a motion to table or otherwise amend the agenda to get rid of item number 5.
That is an item we didn't have in information in the packet.
Correct,
It's okay
yes.
to table that till the next meeting.
Yep.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the agenda with the tabling of item number 5 till the next meeting. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Agenda is approved. Thank you. On to number 5, which is correspondence and communications. Did we have anyone signed up this evening to speak? I don't see a sign up. Okay.
Were you going to speak at this one?
No, Bill will. I was going to speak for the archery.
Oh, okay.
And that's a committee of the whole item? Okay. All right, so there's no one that wanted to speak during the first meeting. Okay, on to the consent agenda then. On the consent agenda, we have council minutes from July 18th, CAAC minutes from May 24th, Columbus Water and Light minutes from June 8th, and Senior Center minutes July 6th. Unless anybody wanted to discuss or separate any of those items, I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Consent agenda is approved. We have no unfinished business tonight, so we'll go on to new business. Number 1, consider and take action on the marketing plan Columbus Commotion. This is an item that we had discussed at the Committee of the Whole, which is a partnership between several different departments in the city to throw together a marketing plan. Any questions on this?
No, I thought the presentation at the Cal last time was pretty thorough, so thanks, Amy Jo.
If there's no further questions, then I'll entertain any motions.
I'll make a motion to approve the Columbus Quality of Life Services Marketing Plan.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the marketing plan for Columbus Commotion. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, can we do a voice vote on that, Ann?
You can?
Okay, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes. On to number 2 then. Consider and take action on amendment to Article 5 and Article 7 of the bylaws of the Hillside Cemetery Association. This was also something that was discussed at the last Committee of the Whole. Seemed pretty straightforward. Any questions on this one? If there's no questions, then I'll entertain any motions.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve an amendment to Article 5 and 7 of the bylaws of the Hillside Cemetery Association. Let's take a roll call on this one.
Hendrickson.
Aye.
Kenny.
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Rule.
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Thank you. On to number 3, consider and possible action on ordinance 735-17, an ordinance to repeal and recreate section 26-1 of the City Code of Ordinances, creating the Columbus Cable Commission. We discussed this at the Committee of the Whole as well previously. This is essentially to add 1 seat to the Columbus Cable Commission, which would allow an appointee of the school district. Any questions on this one? If none, I'll entertain any motions.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to take action on the ordinance 735-17. Sorry.
First, we need a motion to suspend the rules for immediate consideration and then a motion to waive the readings.
Thank you for that reminder. Okay, I need a motion to suspend the rules first.
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second to suspend the rules. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Rules are suspended. Also need a motion to waive reading.
Motion to waive reading.
Second.
Motion and a second to waive reading. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we can approve the ordinance. We still have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the ordinance. Any discussion on that motion? Okay. Any discussion on that? Let's take a roll on that then.
Kenny?
Aye.
Malat?
Aye.
Reed?
Aye.
Rule?
Aye.
Traxler?
Aye.
Hendrickson?
Aye.
Unanimous?
Thank you. All right, on to number 4. Consider impossible action on ordinance 736-17, an ordinance to repeal and recreate section 98-79 of the City Code of Ordinances regarding winter parking regulations. Discussed this for several meetings at the Committee of the Whole and reviewed the final draft at the last meeting. Are there any further questions on this item?
I guess mine would be a procedural question as far as how we're going to take care of this like the last one then.
Same
Perfect.
same
Exactly.
Thank
process.
you.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do it different.
I don't see a need to, but thanks, Ann.
You don't want to experiment? See what we can get away with?
I think we've kicked the tires on this guy pretty well.
If the will is to adopt the ordinance this evening, then the first thing we would need to do is have a motion and a second to suspend the rules again.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion and a second to suspend the rules. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Rules are suspended. And then we would need a motion to waive reading.
Motion to waive reading.
Second.
Motion and a second to waive reading. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And then we can take a motion to take action on the change of ordinance.
Motion to, let me get my language right here. Okay. Motion to take action on ordinance 736-17, to repeal and recreate section 98-79 of the City Code of Ordinances regarding winter parking regulations.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second to repeal and recreate section 98-79 with ordinance 736-17. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, let's take a roll call on that.
Reed?
Aye.
Rule?
Aye.
Traxler?
Aye.
Hendrickson?
Aye.
Kenny?
Aye.
Malat?
Aye.
Unanimous?
All right, number 5 is tabled till the next meeting then. Number 6 is consider and take action on contract for 2017 slurry seal program. I believe the recommendation here was to go with Farner in the amount of $46,671.65. Any questions on this? Jason is here. If there are no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the slurry seal program contract.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the contract for a 2017 slurry seal program, which will go to Farner for $46,671.65. Any discussion on the motion?
Are we approving the slurry and the crack seal?
They're listed separately on the,
Okay, because I think maybe are we combining the totals then to get to 46,000?
no.
No?
Are you- Oh, that's including the alternates?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I see that now.
All right, we had a motion and a second. Any other questions? Matt, did you have a question?
No.
No, okay. All right, we'll take a roll on that then.
Rule,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
Hendrickson,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
unanimous.
Okay, then next is the 2017 crack seal program, which I believe is also going to be rewarded to Farner Asphalt Sealers for the total amount of $9,400. Any questions on this one? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract for 2017 crack seal program to Farner Asphalt.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion?
I just had a quick question for Jason, if you don't mind. Just more of an FYI, do we have a running task order for these coming up here pretty soon that we'll see for finishing out anything as part of this, or? I guess, is there anything left on your all's end? Or was this one that's already running?
This is a current task order
Okay.
through construction, so we'll have some site visits and some pay
Okay.
request contractor closeout stuff, so there's.
Combined for pre-bid, post-bid?
Yep,
Okay,
correct.
perfect, thank you.
Any other questions for Jason? All right, we had a motion and a second on the floor to approve the contract. Any further questions? If none, let's take a roll call on that.
Drexler,
Aye.
Hendrickson,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. Number 8, consider and take action on applications for operator licenses for Sabrina Scott, Dennis Husum, Laura Cash, Bailey Reese, and also approve renewal operators licenses for Benjamin Keel, Mary Dodd, and Tyrone Haig. Were there anyone else, Ann, besides that?
Those are all like that.
Okay, any questions on that? If none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the applicants.
I'll make a motion to approve the applicants.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the applications as read. Any further discussion? Let's take a roll call on that, please.
Hendrickson,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Drexler,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. On to number 9 then, which is consider and take action on claims in the amount of $1,101,169.27. Unless there's any questions on specific claims, entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Motion to approve the claims packet.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the claims in the amount of $1,101,169.27. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, we'll take a roll on that.
Kenny,
Aye.
Malat.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Rule,
Aye.
Drexler.
Aye.
Hendrickson,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. On to report of city officers. I'll turn the floor over to Patrick.
Thank you, Mayor. Last week, the open book took place for the reevaluation that drew a lot of interest, and the assessors talked to a number of property owners. This is just a reminder that then the next step is Board of Review, which is August 17th at 2 p.m. I believe that if you've spoken at the open book, you should know more about the Board of Review process, and I suspect that the board will be busy on that day as well. So then the other thing was departments are filing in their budget proposals for their departments. We're in the process of taking a look at that and sitting down and reviewing those. That said, you should soon get information from me about setting up workshops like we talked about at the Committee of the Whole last time. So I'm targeting late August to get those started. So that's all I have right now, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. I had a few things on here. The weekend of July 21st, Catholic Financial Life members attended the organization's 47th annual family campout at Fireman's Park in Columbus. At Friday evening's opening festivities, Joseph Gadvoice, Vice President of Member Engagement of Catholic Financial Life, and presented us with a plaque commemorating the 100th anniversary of the historic Fireman's Pavilion, which has served as home away from home to generations of family members attending this annual event at Fireman's Park. In addition to presenting the city with this commemorative plaque, proceeds from a raffle were matched by Catholic Financial Life and will go towards future preservation efforts of the pavilion. A total of $1,700 will be made to CHLPC in support of this effort. Just a few notes. It was an honor to be invited there to receive the plaque on behalf of the city, and did get to speak some of their members, and they have people that come from all over the Midwest, so they travel from near and far to do this on an annual basis, which tends to be very rainy and wet, but yet they still have a lot of fun, and they really had a lot of nice things to say about Columbus, the facilities, our parks, and a lot of nice comments about the improvements that have been added to the pavilion since their last visit here. So really nice to hear that stuff. And then last Thursday, I attended the launch event at Rotary Park, which was also very well attended. Had great weather for that. The event was held to commemorate both the donation and installation of a new pier and canoe kayak launch on the Crawfish River. Family of the late Alton Mather, who's a long-standing honorary Rotarian, were in attendance during a short ceremony to dedicate the dock, and also a mounted plaque commemorating the Mather family's financial contribution to this project. Thank you to the Mather family, the Columbus Fall River Rotary Organization, and its members for providing greater access to all who want to explore and enjoy the Crawfish River. Thanks also to Kelly Crombie at Mullins for supplying food and refreshments for the event. And one last reminder that tomorrow evening is National Night Out at Fireman's Park. That's why we're having our meeting this evening. That's all I had. Did anyone else have anything to add up here? Okay. So we are going to be going into closed session for discussion, and we'll be returning shortly after that for any action. So we'll be off air just briefly. We'll need a motion to convene the closed session per state statutes 19.85 sub 1 sub e, deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investment of public funds, or conducting other public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require specifically to discuss developer agreement with Drexel Building Supply for development in TIF number 4.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to go into closed session for the reason read. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Ann will have to take the roll.
Malat,
Aye.
Reed, Rule,
Aye.
Traxler.
Aye.
Hendrickson,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
unanimous.
Thank you. As stated, we'll be back on the air shortly.